Speaking about particular markets, so that when you said that you're trading indices, U.S. indices, about right now, I mean, it's like beginning of July. What do you think about indices now? Do you think they're ready for a correction, or it might some better market might come up, or because they pay high? I mean, talking about indices, that's a little movement down.
We futures trading I do. I am almost always out by the end of the day.
All right,
So I'm not taking overnight.
got it.
Now, as far as the general markets are concerned, I'm going to tell you something I learned. And it took me 53 years. I've been trading 57 years. You know how you that?
Okay.
57 years. That's how long. I'm going to tell you something that took me 53 years to learn. Sometimes you should not be in work.
Oh yeah,
It took you make that long to learn. It's pretty hard-headed. So, my situation now is about 70% of all of my money are in T-bills, turning 5 to 5.5%.
Right.
That and money market funds and stuff like that. So about 70% of my money. Then with the remaining 30%, I have some materials, I have some gold, I have some silver. And then I have what you would refer to as a long-short portfolio. I already told you I was short Europe, I'm short Germany. I'm also short the Russell in America.
Yeah, got it.
These are all long-term trades. Now, to offset the short position, I have 30 long positions. And I'm only doing that with 30% of my money. And on this short-term stock market futures, and like I said, I'm usually out by the end of the day.
All right.
My general feeling for the market, as you can see from my positioning, is that I think it's way too dangerous.
And
I have been involved in markets for so long that I have experienced times like 1987, like 2011, like 2018.
maybe December 2018 when the
February 2018, the markets absolutely came apart. And I remember that like it was yesterday. And, I have been involved and I've been taking high risk and I've been involved in these situations. And I really don't want to have to come out of a bad situation like that. So at this point in my life, I'm more willing to ease off, trade with a small portion of my portfolio. And but stock market is ridiculously high. Can it go higher? Yes. Will it go higher? I don't care. I'm going to maintain a long short position, and I'm going to maintain my portfolio the way it is. And we sleep well.
Yeah. I'm pretty similar. I mean, I don't hold many positions overnight. I'm a scalper and I've been scalper for many years as well. So I agree with you. It's like similar thinking. Well, so how about the election in the States? Do you think what is it?
I'm worried about it. I don't think the election is going to be fair.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to have two different parties in America. That's bullshit. They're really one party. They're not listening to the people. I think the elections be rigged, and whether we can come up with a win for Donald Trump who represents people more than it's Donald Biden. That's yet to be seen whether it's going to be fair. In fact, I think there's a chance we won't have an election because if the Democrats think they're going to lose, they may just put a stop to it, or they may kill Donald Trump prior to the election.
Oh, it is.
Nothing's off the board anymore. Anything's possible.
Okay.
So I don't want to have naked positions, except maybe in gold. I don't want to have naked positions where I could experience, 4 limit down days. And I've been through this crap before.
Part. Yeah.
57 years trading, you see everything. Yes. And no. I want to keep my risk profile low, at least until we get through the elections.
Yeah. Well, we see how it goes. Okay. And assume you're still trading Fibonacci as a Fibonacci expert?
Well,
DiNapoli levels?
Yeah, my expertise is in leading indicators. Always Fibonacci is a special type, but my expertise is really in getting out in front of the markets. And there's several indicators aside from Fibonacci, MACD predictor, oscillator predictor, and Fibonacci work. All those three get me out in front of the markets. That's where I trade. That suits my personality. I like knowing where support and resistance is ahead of time. And it's served me very well.
Okay, so you're still based your trading more on technicals than on news, as you told me before.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing. It might be good for your viewers. I was very bearish in September 2021, and rightfully so. And we came into, I think it was October of 2022, and we located a bottom. We said, this is the bottom of the market. We're going to have a rally. Fine. Went out of the bottom of the market, we're going to have a rally. Now, personally, I felt like I'm going to short that rally when we get to a 0.618 retracement of the down move. We got up there, and the technicals did not say, hi, my thinking was right.
Yeah.
So what did I do? Mildly short, but also mildly long. And so the technicals kept me out of trouble. I didn't let my own feeling that the world was coming to an end to dictate my trading. I let my technicals teach me what I should do. So we make new highs, and I don't care. All my accounts are at new highs. And so, but they're not at huge new highs. They just got new highs. I'm doing well. And I'm avoiding the rest.
It's a good lesson, actually, this one, that you don't base on your feelings. You base it on what you see.
The feelings dictate how much risk I'm going to take. But as far as my actual positioning is concerned, that's based on take. Absolutely.
Okay. And you said that you trade like short-term scalping with the tape. Because I'm using tape as well. We'll be more specific about tape trading because that's what I teach people as well. So people might.
I'm talking specifically on stock index futures, extremely short-term trading where I could be in a trade for 15 minutes or 15 seconds. I watch what's called depth of market.
Yes.
And what people don't understand about depth of market is that 80% of the numbers you see in there are pure bullshit. Those orders are canceled by professional algorithms and professionally generated algorithms. If you understand how they're canceling orders and how they're placing orders, you can actually read their intentions. And something that I've found that might help your people is that there is more incentive for them to go after you as an individual trader or as position in the market after approximately 1 p.m. Bangkok time, whatever that would be, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. Okay, so about 4.5 hours into the market, now you're beginning to get into a time frame where they are more apt to go after you. So what I do is I tend to back off my trading for the last half of it.
Okay.
And I find that overall that's a better way to handle it. See, we no longer have a free and fair market, not that it ever has been, but it is brutal today. Yes, these algorithms have advantages that we as individual traders don't have. Most people don't understand what those advantages are, so they don't have any idea how to combat it. I've just given you one idea on how to combat it. Teaching somebody to tape read is incredibly difficult, and it seems like you have the talent or you don't. I have taught some people, but I'd much rather teach them the DiNapoli level Fibonacci work because that is far more teaching.
Yeah, I understand from my point of view because it took me many years, and also trying to teach people tape reading. I know it's difficult. I mean, you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours, and then you get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
If people are interested in this topic, they should read Jesse Livermore's book.
Oh, yeah.
Reminiscences of a Stock Trader. That is the second best book ever published.
And the first one is yours?
Of course.
All the covers. Well, speaking of, I know that you're getting this question all the time, but if someone, what would you say? I mean, what would you recommend the guy, to start with, and how they should proceed? Because like many people see these YouTubers now and they think, the Ferrari is just behind the corner, I just take 2 months, it'll make things a little, and, I'm against this one because it's all bullshit. So what would you recommend as a legend, like 60 years training? I mean, who will give you more advice than you?
Well, people don't realize what margin will do to you. If you take, for example, let's say I get a new guy, he's got 20 grand to invest. If I can force him into the stock market instead of the futures markets, he's got a much better chance of making money because the stock markets don't provide him with as much leverage. Leverage will crucify you. It will absolutely kill you. And so that's what people don't realize. That's the main problem. They want to make a lot of money quicker.
Yes.
And that's really not the way to do it. I recommend, and it's self-serving, but it's the truth, that people spend money on education and learning, figure out what the hell they're doing before they lose a bunch of money. My best client is somebody that's dropped 50 or $100 market. Then they come to me and go, geez, I thought this was easy. Now I find that it isn't. Can you help me? Well, the answer is maybe I have to help you. Well, at least you've got a shot if you follow this path, and it's a path of education. It's almost impossible to protect people from themselves. A lot of people, they have to fail first. And no amount of talking to them is going to change. I've learned that. All you can do is you do the best you can for them. You show them the way, and it's up to them whether they're going to take it. And
that's right. So, and we recommend to start with some basic fundamentals or just technicals. And what exactly would people should go for? Like from the technicals, if you would recommend some books or some videos or YouTubes to watch. I mean, generally speaking,
well, I definitely do not recommend that people look at fundamentals to try to make trading decisions. I've been involved in this shit for, you said, almost 60 years. I can't trade on fundamentals. I can't do it. They need to get the hold of some good technicals. That could be what I do, and there are some other people out there that teach reasonably good stuff.
I can't think of who they are. Okay.
But no, I mean, really, not everybody should try to trade leading indicators, because the leading indicators are, you have to go against the crowd. You use leading anything. Market's here, it's going to be resistance here, and people don't understand getting in a position, knowing what your business is going to be ahead of time, but they want to follow the crowd. But no, I think technical trading is really the only way to make money. I don't know how you make money just looking at fundamentals. Maybe a guy like Ray Dalio does it. Maybe he can do it because he has this network of people.
That's right.
And of course, people in Congress, they can do it. They get the information ahead of time. So, if you have some fraudulent way of getting information, forget about the technicals. Forget about the fundamentals. Listen to your fraudulent people or inform Congress that what's going to happen before it happens.
And back to like general questions and the questions people asking you all the time. Like, what's possible for a trader, like beginning trader, to make in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years time? I know you're getting this question all the time, the same as I do, but you might open the eyes to viewers.
Yeah, I can answer that. Somewhere between losing everything and making 500%. Somewhere in that area. That's the answer. Because we don't know the talent world, we don't know the material they're going to be learning, and what's the quality of the material for them. A lot of people poke around for 2 or 3 years before they find anything in good. We don't know if they are going to push the margin issue too high. That's the main killer. Let me give you an example. the smartest traders I have ever taught, and I taught all over the world, they're the Indians and the Chinese. It's not the Indians from America. We're talking about the Indians from India, right? And the Chinese. Now, the Chinese traders are going to lose all their money most of the time. The Indian traders are going to make all the money most of the time. Now, what's the difference? Well, the Chinese trader is more apt to take much more risk than the Indian traders. The Indian traders, when they come out of the mother, they are born with money management. That's just there. The Chinese traders are born wanting to take excess risk. They're brilliant. They work hard, the Chinese traders. And I have taught some Chinese traders that do great, make more money than I do. That's not the point. In general, there's a question of money management. This is the most key and most basic aspect of trading it. People don't pay enough attention to it.
Does it have to be complicated in money management? Oh,
no. Don't take excessive risk. Keep your margin low. Let me give you an example. Trading stocks don't go in market early. We got 20 grand to buy 6 or 8 different stocks. Allocate, I'm forcing you to reach, you don't go on market. You're going to trade one E-mini contract for $10,000.
All right, okay.
Okay, this is simple stuff.
Yeah.
And taking big losses are the biggest issue. We know the saying, you drop 50%, you got to make 100 to get back. You got to avoid those big losses.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, of course. That's the thing. And I have so many questions in my mind, but it just it feels so good that I can talk to like this. Here, it's like really. It was like
my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. It's really nice, to come into Bangkok, and speaking to you as legend. It's like really, I appreciate it. They can be here. So,
like I say, my pleasure. We've known each other. I want to go back 20 years.
It's a long time. Long time. Yes.
We met at the, I
think it was Las Vegas, 2000 something.
It was Traders Expo in Las Vegas. And you came up to my booth and give them everything about going to the check and go. Well, actually, that sounds great to me. And it's a fantastic country. I love the country if you're watching from the Czech Republic. I really do.
There's actually one guy, Luboš, under him.
Oh, yeah. He's one man.
I know. He's
like that.
Yeah, he's great. And he approached me like...
He's a smart guy.
Yeah. And I think he was here, and he was like in South Africa, in Poland, and Florida, and everywhere. Yeah. And he's good trader.
Oh, he's definitely a
player.
We have been blessed. A lot of our people have turned into really good traders, but they're the dedicated ones. Somebody thinks they're going to do this, 2 or 3 months. Sure, they might make money, and they're going to lose it all.
It's always same. I mean, you have the method, and you have people, and then people will listen. I mean, you say it like this, do this, do this, and they listen. They keep losing money by trading stupidity. Even if you tell them, take like this, and they can see, they can copy, but they don't want to do it. They rather keep losing, which is.
Well, you have to have some sympathy for them because they hear about all these fantastic gains that other traders make. They don't hear about the losses. I know there's a lot of losses up there, and you look at the statistics with Dogger, something like 90% losers in futures markets. And I don't know what it is, 60% or 70% in the stock market. I mean, even the stock market's been going almost straight up since 2008. This is a very, very tough thing. Extremely tough thing. Is that we've got to be prepared for some difficult times.
If you're thinking about history, I mean, for the last these 50 years, what did change, like in general, since like 50 years trading? Is it like really big difference? Like, is it really?
There have been two major changes. One was the Federal Reserve that started in 2008, and they think they do control the market. Well, eventually the shit's going to hit the fan. There's no question about that. Is it going to happen tomorrow, tonight, or in a year? I don't know. But that's one major change. Is people think they can manipulate these markets. That's why I like gold. There is a shitstorm brewing. Okay, that's the one major change. The second major change is Skynet, meaning algorithms, took over, and I know almost to the day that happened in March of 2009. I actually could see it in the markets, where some stocks were traded, 90% of the volumes generated by trading algorithms. Two major changes. And these changes have affected the markets going forward from 2009. So when people try to apply what they learned in 1960 to what's happening in 2023, there's a disconnect. A computer doesn't have feelings. And prior to March of 2009, we had real live traders with real live feelings, doing real live things. That's changed. So I've accommodated that change where a lot of people have.
So when you're talking about gold, that you are really bullish for gold, don't you think that they can manipulate it as all markets? That's what they do all the time anyway. So
you got it. You got it.
So don't you think that the gold might be same? I mean, it was 2008 when you were talking about 2008, 2009. It was kind of strange when the stock market collapsed and the gold, it should go bananas and nothing, the gold. And since then, gold basically, following the stocks, which is kind of fun. So what do you think is going to happen?
The reason I'm bullish gold is because of the debt situation around the world. And what I think is an untenable situation, which is going to develop. So, let's say you got $1 million, right? Okay, so the likely future was for that money to be devalued somehow by 25 or 50%. That's the likely future. I don't know when it's going to happen. Tomorrow, right? Next week, a year from now. But this is probably what's going to happen. Now, but your only protection against that is going to be some ownership, some level of ownership of gold. So I'm not owning gold because I expect to make 5% next month. I don't care about that. I own gold because I want to have a position in my portfolio that protects the money that I spent all my life earning. That's the difference.
Yes, I understand.
It's an allocation issue, not a trading issue. Now, there are some other things that uranium, copper, some of these other hard things, and I want. Because in the same scenario, if we get an inflation of 25% a year, I want to have something solid. And these financial assets, I don't know if they're going to keep going or not. And I don't want everything. My God, can you imagine having your retirement, having all the money, in Nvidia or Microsoft? I can't even imagine that. I'd rather go skydiving.
Wow, but actually, many people think that Nvidia will just go forever.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever hear of the Nifty 50? Yeah. This was what, 1968, 1969? I was trading the Nifty 50. But they were going to go forever too. I've been there.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, so again, so many questions in my mind.
Well, we're going to have to break soon because I got trading tonight, so you better think of your last question.
It's Thursday. Okay, we got trade. What is the time now?
What I do is I usually break about this time, have dinner, relax a little bit, and then the trading night for me starts at 8:30. And it's great because I'll go from 8:30. I trade actively until about 1 o'clock. You check all my stock positions, make sure they're okay. And then I stay up until about 3:50 or so a.m. and I go to sleep and have done something to eat, and I go to sleep and I wake up the next day somewhere between about 12 o'clock, noontime.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'm awake from noontime and seeing people such as yourself and have a nice afternoon, and then I'm trading the next day.
So like every day pretty similar. I mean, you're going to the bed like at 3 a.m. and then you wake up at 12.
Yeah. I try to get 9 hours sleep, 8 to 9 hours sleep every night. And one of the things I've found in my life, which might be the most valuable thing I have to say in this interview, is the most important thing for your health is adequate sleep. There is no substitute for adequate sleep. I wake up by an alarm maybe 2 times, 3 times a year. So I don't use alarms. I let myself naturally wake up. So it's 8 hours, it's 9 hours, 7.5 hours, that's fine, but it's natural. And this deserted my health.
Okay. How about the yoga classes? Are you still doing it? Because I remember
I've done yoga my entire life. Yeah. I only do about 10 minutes a day.
But you keep doing it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because the health is most important, of course.
It sure is. And, I take supplements, certain supplements, try to take care of my health. Had a lot of health issues recently. I've been quite healthy in my life until a couple of years ago. Trying to come out of them, and how I do.
No one getting younger. It's like same as me.
Yeah, it's funny to think about age. Some years ago, it was almost a switch went off. I started having trouble. I've been downhill. That happens. What are you going to do? You can't fight the clock. When it happens, you can just do whatever you can do to slow it down. But I'm still enjoying life, trading, teaching, speaking, having private seminars. We do private seminars. We're going to be having one in February 2025 in Sarasota. We usually have 10, 12, 14 people. So then I teach that, and Peter, my South Africa expert, he is fantastic. And great trader, a really good guy. He and I are both be teaching that.
Okay.
So everybody's interested, okay, email me.
So people are interested, they still can
Fib Trader, FIBTRADBR.com.
Okay.
And they can email the email address right there. So feel free.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks a lot.
It was a real pleasure to see you again. You showed me such a great time when I was in your country.
But it isn't white. It's more side by my side.
And
thank you.
I hope we'll be doing this.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope so as well.
Okay.
Thank you.